Tiffany Stratton just got a big warning from Nia Jax, so we'll see what could be going on there. We'll also check out what's going on with Cody Rhodes, Bad Blood, and more. Starting things off with the latest for Tiffany and Nia's storyline because things continue to heat up there. The September 27th edition of SmackDown featured Jax's extremely strong reaction to the big tag team match lost from a few weeks ago. Jax mentions how they blew the opportunity to send either Naomi or Bayley away from SmackDown for good, and how the two of them are now facing each other to determine the new #1 contender. Jax demands an explanation from Tiffany Stratton on why they lost that tag team match, but before Tiffany can even say a single word, Jax wraps her hand around Tiffany's throat. Tiffany begs and pleads with Jax that she was unable to help in the tag team match's closing moments because she was hurt. That's when Nia Jax gives Tiffany the warning that if her title reign and this entire current situation ends bad for her, then things will go extremely bad for Tiffany even more. Jax released the hold she had on Tiffany's neck and flipped the switch of her facial expressions to greet Tiffany with a smile and say that they can be friends again now. As Jax walked away, Tiffany Stratton had a serious look of aggression on her face. So it was a quick 1-minute segment, but it really made the story deeper and raised the stakes a bit more for the chaotic duo. Nia Jax remains extremely fearful of Tiffany Stratton's Money in the Bank contract. She's been terrified of it ever since she became champion at SummerSlam. And to cope with that fear of the contract, Jax has tried different methods so far to try and keep Tiffany away from cashing it in on her. Towards the start of her title reign, Jax was using the method of kindness and gift giving. Remember that it was Nia Jax who made it her responsibility to go out of her own way and get the Money in the Bank contract fully customized for Tiffany Stratton. Within the storyline world, it wasn't management or the front office that got her the custom case. It was all completely Nia Jax's character that made that possible and brought that custom case to life for Tiffany Stratton. So Jax's initial mindset was that if she did this amazing favor for Tiffany and got her that personalized briefcase, then Tiffany would never consider using it on the person who gifted it to her. But after Nia Jax caught Tiffany Stratton red-handed a few times of almost using it on her, it looks like that was the turning point for Jax to take a new approach towards Tiffany, and we saw an example of that new approach on September 27th. Jax is now turning to the methods of aggression and intimidation to try and keep Tiffany Stratton in line. Basically trying to force Tiffany into helping her retain her title through threats, saying that if her title reign ends, she's coming for Tiffany Stratton first before anyone else. And Tiffany tried to stay calm and respectful with Jax, but judging by that look on Tiffany's face in the final shot of that backstage segment, it definitely looks like the gears are really starting to turn in her head. Maybe there's a part of Tiffany that does want to help her and remain friends with her, but there just has to be another new voice in her head telling her that she doesn't really have to put up with any of this nonsense from Jax. And how she could end her title reign at any given moment with her Money in the Bank contract if she really wanted to. So Jax is truly walking on this fine line right now of keeping Tiffany in place with intimidation, but also giving Tiffany more reasoning to use that contract on her even sooner than originally expected. And it looks like all this tension will get another mini payoff with the Bad Blood event. It will be Jax versus Bayley for the women's title, and considering that Tiffany has been a factor in their previous matches and encounters, it looks like a sure thing that we will see Tiffany Stratton make an appearance in this title match to try and assist Jax in the win. The only question left to ask is if it will go smoothly and see Jax retain, or will Tiffany accidentally end up costing Jax the match there against Bayley. The story definitely seems to be heading in a direction of Tiffany Stratton maybe directly or indirectly causing an end to Nia Jax's title reign, and it's also looking like they're hinting towards having Tiffany as a babyface once the split from Jax is truly complete. So this story continues to be on fire, and we'll see what big moment happens next for this storyline at Bad Blood. Speaking of Bad Blood, things are continuing to get messy for the undisputed champion, Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton returned to SmackDown and instantly voiced his confusion and frustration with Cody Rhodes agreeing to team up with Roman Reigns. And this is a completely valid point and feeling from Randy Orton because it was Roman Reigns and the Bloodline who put him on the shelf for those long 18 months. So Randy doesn't know how to feel about one of his close friends, Cody Rhodes, agreeing to team up with one of his biggest rivals lately, Roman Reigns. Cody came out and delivered his explanation. He said that this got tasked to him and that Roman gave him his word, and how this needs to be done in order to end the bloodline. Randy appeared to be accepting of Cody's explanation, but it was Kevin Owens who came out and had something to say about this situation. But for the second week in a row, Kevin Owens gets cut off and interrupted by the bloodline, right as he was going to explain his true feelings about the Cody and Roman situation. So that fact that Kevin keeps getting cut off week after week should only continue to build up Kevin's frustrations over the entire situation. But when Kevin is speaking to Solo about setting up a tag team match in the main event, Cody says that he wants in, but Kevin Owens completely blows Cody off and says that he already has a partner and match at Bad Blood, so Kevin picks Randy. Then again in the locker room area, Kevin Owens just doesn't want to see or talk to Cody Rhodes at the moment and straight up tells him to stay in the back and don't come out during the main event tag team match. But Randy tells Cody not to listen to that and invites Cody to come out if they need his help. And that's what happened. Cody ended up coming out during the main event to try and help against the cheating ways of the bloodline, but Cody ended up accidentally distracting the referee while Kevin Owens had a 3 count secured. The bloodline ended up winning that match due to Cody's accidental distraction. Kevin Owens started shoving Cody Rhodes and getting in his face. Kevin was already mad enough towards Cody, but for Cody to go against his wishes of staying in the back and then costing him the match as well, that really just sent Kevin over the edge towards Cody. Randy Orton had to split them up before things got worse. So Cody is just digging the hole deeper right now with Kevin Owens, and everyone can see where this is all going. Kevin Owens can only take so much of this before he's forced to fully snap and turn heel on Cody Rhodes, and they're really building up the turn perfectly to the point where you can fully understand where Kevin is coming from and why he's about to make that big move. He feels betrayed by Cody Rhodes, and now Cody is just ignoring his wishes. Also add in the fact that Kevin hasn't been able to express his feelings publicly because he keeps getting interrupted. It's just building up the story perfectly for Kevin to just unleash everything he's feeling on Cody Rhodes in a future heel turning attack. So everyone knows that Kevin Owens is most definitely turning in the near future, but Randy Orton is the interesting wild card here because he has close friendships with both Kevin and Cody. So if push comes to shove, Randy himself is going to have to pick a side here. Does he turn heel as well and side with Kevin Owens, or will Randy remain loyal to Cody Rhodes? You sort of get the feeling there that Randy will side with Cody, considering they have longer history with each other. But even if Randy sides with Cody, you still have to wonder how trustworthy is Randy Orton, and how long until Randy eventually betrays Cody Rhodes as well. Look at Randy's recent storyline with Gunther on Raw. Randy made it extremely clear that he had a strong desire to win his 15th world title. We're to assume that his desire for world title gold is still in there, and he can still win his 15th world title by defeating Cody Rhodes. So how long until Randy puts his friendship with Cody to the side in order to feed his hunger and desire for another world title victory? Things are looking really tough right now for Cody Rhodes because not only does he have his usual rivals coming after him, but it's looking like even his closest friendships are starting to fall apart for him as well. So talk about looking over your shoulder and being paranoid. That's basically what Cody has to do right now until all this current tension settles down with Randy, Kevin, Roman, and the bloodline. Cody really has to look at it as if he's on an island by himself, because who knows how much he can truly trust those guys. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.